Hello everyone, Teacher here, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk a little bit about my raid progression, take a look at my squad, as the game has been out for roughly 6 months, and I recently hit 200k TCP, so if you're ready, let's take a closer look. So first, I want to start off by saying that we are full in DK crew. Thank you everyone who reached out and who applied. We got some good applications and we are now full. Thank you so much for those people, also those who didn't apply during this. And as I pointed out in the video yesterday, but as one person did comment, like he didn't want to post the video in his guild, afraid of poaching, because I didn't want to do that, trying to poach. And as I said to him, you know what? I totally understand it. Full respect from here. Like no hard feelings for something like that. And that is something I think is very just overall life mannered, that you have to be considerate to other people. Like, and I totally respect his decision. And I told him we are now full. So before we go ahead and take a look at my roster, I actually want to go ahead and just show my own guild progression. By the way, 112. So basically we are still pulling the numbers that we are supposed to, despite being 2 members down. I did a 40k score increase and I'm just shy of joining our 2 million club, and that should be very, very good. I'm working on my Bekelu basic, and when that is done, she should unlock me my first Gandalf shard. And I want to start off with Harrum after this, but before we do that, let's go in here. As you can see, Elves can do a difficulty 4. Harrum can do a difficulty 3 900k. I did have some very bad RNG. Normally I don't have it. Gondor Ranger. I saw someone in the official Discord asking about a Gondor Ranger team. Their abilities, we'll take a look at those. They aren't that leveled, at least not the damage abilities. They got this with Halbarad. He's 1 star away from being a 6-star. That should be really nice. And then we're also gonna take a little talk about Road to Rivendell. Very long time since I talked about them. You know, people who've watched here for some time know that I love Road to Rivendell. And then my leftover squad, basically. So with that out of the way, and I got a 3.5 million score, I believe. 3.55, basically. So let's jump ahead and go into the team that needs the least amount of talk about, and that is Elves overall. So my Lord Elrond, he's gear 9. He is as he's supposed to be. He is fully done, even if you can't see it. House of the Eternals, ability level 6, so he is fully done. I had considered doing him to my G10 just for fun, but he requires over 300 purple crystals, so I'm not going to do that. Glyphs coming out later tonight. I'm hoping I can get a video out after the Q&A. Also, I will only put out info that we are allowed to share, so of course, I'm really hyped and honored that they invited me to partake in that. Couldn't do it without everyone. And then Eladin is actually the one I want to make my gear 10 to unlock the glyph secondary stats. And the reason why I have chosen Eladin over everyone else here is because he's just so good plug and play. He's very good in chapter 1, like his AoE, he taunts everything. And he's also really good for chapter 2, and he has an amazing taunt. He gives his deadly, due to this one, like the deadly on basically everyone in your Rivendell squad is really good for this, so that's really nice. Arwen, I'm making her gear 9, and basically I don't feel I need anything. Maybe I will do this because glyphs are what should hopefully make for a chapter, a difficulty 4 or 5 even. That's gonna be one of my questions. Lomian at the moment I don't plan on building because he is this way. I can get a second kill on the cave troll, and in time I want to swap in Legolas. I will build him obviously because there's going to be a fellowship team, and then at that point I will just swap in Legolas because he's really great. Naramiri I also need to get done because she's gonna be very, very good. She's gonna take over when Lord Balin has his full own team, and until then she can be plug and played in a third team basically, because Road to Rivendell is their own with cleanse and everything due to Pippin. And then Naramiri will be a plug and play somewhere for basically my fourth, because Haradrim is also a full team. So that's really, really nice. And she just needs her abilities leveled, and of course the actual level. As you can see, I'm holding back for Rekha tomorrow, and I also want to do Mary because I'm almost gonna be pivoting to Road to Rivendell. So that's Elf out of the way. They are scoring 900k in chapter 3 and 4. They can score above 900k in difficulty 1. Chapter 1, sorry, not difficulty 1. That would be an insane hack. And then they can score 750 to 800k in my chapter 2. So overall, as far as I know, no real point in leveling them. It will be glyphs that will push them beyond. Then we're gonna take a look at Haradrim because I'm really investing into them. Robel and Bekelo I will probably make gear 9 because of their focus for the troll. And also this will be nice for the Balrog. Here I'm not planning on leveling this because the only thing it really does is damage and a stack of defensive. That is not really worth it. Bekelu I can actually do this now, but since I just finished chapter 2, I will get this for next chapter 2. This one I will also probably do. As far as it seems like, based on the strategy, I don't think I will level this really anything more, because in flame form on the Balrog, this does the same amount. It does probably more damage, and this allows me to save some resources. I will get this one down the line eventually. So 666. Because this bonus damage here is actually pretty great, 23%. If you can negate the boons on the cave troll, there could be a potential route there. This guy, I don't really know. I think maybe these two, because this one I want for the cleanse for the chapter 3. That could be a score increase there. I am a little bit hesitant about doing it because I don't know how much it will actually give me due to him being so slow. But we'll see. This one for damage on the Cave Troll and the Balrog, so that would make sense to have a basic there. Here, I think I will just get the heal, and maybe I will get the regen. I don't think I'll do anything more on Tebeb. Then we have this guy. This guy I actually might want to get up all the way because of his amazing damage. If you can have him with deadly on and you have an exposed, like he does amazing damage, I believe there's a big potential there for Haradrim to increase my score on Balrog and thus overall, and also on the Cave Troll. So that is basically my Haradrim. It should be getting done in November. And that is, and yeah, I'll just leave them at gear 8 for now. Maybe these 3 for gear 9 if there is someone that I will gear 9 there. So that was 2 of my squads, and again I am getting my 6 shards in my chapter 1. Chapter 3, we'll get into that later, how I can get the last 2 shards there. Or is it 4 shards actually? I think I'm only getting 2 shards at 2.5. But yeah, Haradrim will help me with getting to the first shard in chapter 2. And then I want to see how I can progress further, and that leads me nicely into the next squad, Road to Rivendell. Their abilities will help me get a 900k in chapter 1, so that is potentially a 500 score increase there. That should push me above 4 million. It should also help my chapter 3 score, my chapter 4, my chapter 2, everywhere. Like, they should probably net me 1 million across the board just by leveling them. So again, Road to Rivendell is it is top 5 team. I might even say it's a top 3 raid team overall, despite it being free to play. So really suggest you do that. And if you are planning on starting an alt account, then I would really suggest you get the Hubble bundles when you get them if you are a light spender. Or if you are someone who want to invite people into the game, then tell them get hobbits. Like, yes, they require a lot, and they are not as good as Rivendell, but Elrond has come and gone. So these guys are the best value that you can do because they require a lot of investment, but they are easier to farm earlier than Haradrim is. So really get them, and you'll get a free 7-star down the line, and then that will unlock you another one. And completing a Sam adventure will give you what you need for making a Gear 9 with essences, so that's pretty nice. Their abilities, I actually forgot to do that. Mary, I will get to level 60 very, very soon. There'll be some abilities leveled here, but what I'm thinking I'm doing first is actually damage for both Balrog and the Cave Troll, because those are the chapters that I need to improve some scoring, so that's going to be Frodo. Here we're probably going to have a look at this one maybe, and this one. Maybe this one as well. Like Pippin, I would probably like to make full 6 across the board. Sam, uh, some 4 here. Like, he's just basically there to tank. And then the one I will really invest heavily into is actually Strider, because his burn damage is really, really great. Overall, he has good damage. He has AoE, so that will also help me in Chapter 1. And overall, yeah, just really nice. And armor, nice for everyone. So it's gonna probably be Strider, Pippin, and Frodo are the one that I want to invest into. Merry, you could go for this one actually, for the when it is off cooldown, then you could actually go for this one on a bomber. That should basically be 3 stacks. So that could help you. Like that could also maybe unlock them difficulty 4 with lifts available. So yeah, really, really hyped about that. I will also invest in gear into them. I will only go for gear 7 because gear 8 costs so much in crystals, and I never know what I will do. So that was 3 squads, I believe. That was Rivendell, Road to Rivendell, Haradrim. And then we have the Gondor Ranger squad. That is what I wanted to talk about. So we have them here actually. Miri, let's talk about her first. I found a nice little thing for chapter 1 to help this squad. Get the Vegan on the Skull Crusher, and then follow up with Faramir Slow. Then there is a 50-50 chance what gets removed. And if you have the Vegan on the Skull Crusher, then he will really help you survive. This one is okay. This is mainly for stacks at the moment. This one could be very nice for Cave Troll and Balrog, so there's some potential here. And it's the same with this, like you gain resistance to ranger allies. She gain damage herself, that's pretty nice. Then let's go ahead and take a look at Denethor. Again, this is my 4th raid team overall. I'm not gonna give up on them because I have invested so heavily into them. I could go for this. It's not needed at the moment, I feel. Halbarad does most of the healing. Boromir, I'm really, really looking forward to glyphs on him. Like, him tanking will be so great. And as you can see, this is basically what is my issue for Chapter 2 and Chapter 4 with this squad. That will be their basics. And once my Road to Rivendell can get 2nd topple and preferably 2nd kill on the Cave Troll, I will immediately pivot into this squad and invest into their abilities. Maybe not so much in their AoEs, because maybe I will get Miri AoE, I don't know yet. Then we do Faramir here. Faramir, I actually really need to level everything up, especially this one for the assist mechanic, which is what he pivots around. So I will get this one because that is a 90% damage increase I'm looking at. Also, they will be farmable soon, so I should probably start working on them. Like, Haradrim should be done this month, and then I will probably spend December on Road to Rivendell. Then we'll see if we get a legendary unlock and the team. And then we'll take it from there. So, like, these guys, they are working in progress. And then this kind of leads me into my 5th team that I'm really split on. because I'm farming Eothane, Eowyn daily. I'm also farming Herondale in case I might need to do a swap. I'm also farming Aura in case I need to do a swap for Chapter 3 to help them get a nice block damage there. So just have like Miri swapped out for Sergeant Aura or for Herondale to get more block chance on Boromir, having him able to survive with the taunt and then Halberad healing, swapping some mechanics around. So that's basically how I want to increase my score there. And then my fifth team, as I did say, is probably Eomer, uh, plug and play, Eowyn, Eothane, perhaps. I am also considering. Oh, it's because it's light. No, it's human. There we go. I'm also considering dwarves, like especially Gimli Legolas. Could be a nice plug and play. The brothers to do. I'm working on Feely. He's like I'm farming him, so he's stun. Or it could be Lord Balin as the fifth squad. It could be the upcoming Dol Guldur if we actually get them fully fleshed out soon, not like Balin's Expedition with only 3 members. But if it were Balin's Expedition 3 members, I would do plug and play with these. Otherwise, it's gonna be my Dol Guldur squad, which I'm really looking forward to. Also because we're looking at abilities like this, and he is just so massive. Like this one with turn meter that we have now seen in the kit for Charu, and feast and stamina, and you have health block for the Balrog, you have weaken for the cave troll, and then this one will be massive. Like if you are, it won't really be that great at the moment for chapter 1 or chapter 3, but as you get all 5 members and the more feast he has, this will be a really nice one. And here's some turn meter reduction again, so gonna be really nice to do. A lot of focus so he can actually land his blocks, so that's gonna be great. So overall, that's what I feel like I'm gonna be working on. If we scroll through it, bulk, really nice plug and play, but I don't really need him at the moment. I do farm Tordok just in case I might need it down the line. I also farm Dunhar up here every day because of his bleed for the cave troll, so I actually use my Rohan free with bulk for some disrupt and some lockdown, and then I do Dunhar for some bleed and a little bit of heal. So that's actually really nice. Gas, I made 6-star because I got his. Sorry for that. That was BlueStacks messing up. Gas, I got him to 6-star. I farmed him for that, just so I have some AOE for chapter 1. But we'll see how it goes. Like I'm really looking towards what is gonna be coming out. A Herondale would also make sense to plug and play in for some AoE with a Rohan free. So there's a lot of different options, but again, chapter 1, I'm already scoring and getting myself 6 Gandalf shards there. At the moment, I'm looking to unlock my chapter 3, and then my chapter 2, and chapter 2 and 4 basically work in tandem with each other. So Haradrim, as soon as they're done, and they can get the cave troll done, then Glyphs I hope can help the rest there because they still have some speed issues. Maybe speed will actually help them to get a lot better in chapter 3, and then I will of course invest into the cleanses then and there. Otherwise it's going to be a pivot to Road to Rivendell to get the chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 4 and also chapter 3 score overall, which will then net me 1,000,000. That should push me to around 10.5-ish, and then with some Haradrim on chapter 2 and chapter 4, then we're looking at 11 million. So within a month, I expect to, and that is before we are talking about glyphs, then I expect to be hitting 11 million in raids. Now, apologies, this video has gone on for a long time, but again, I wanted to dive into my roster. I would really love to work on Isengard, but I just cannot invest the abilities into that because we see the mechanics, like there will be Balin's Expedition, which is working great. Gondor will be farmable. There will then be the Dol Guldur factions, and the new squads will be the power creep. So for someone who does spend on some gem packs per month, it makes no sense for me to actually invest into Isengard at the moment. That doesn't mean I won't farm them just to have them done and dusted, because having your characters to 7 will just help you in future for some unlocks or events. So don't stop at 5. Get your characters to 7 star. It will also help you in basically every game mode there's gonna be coming out. So that was it for me, everyone. Drop a comment down below. I apologize for the long take on this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, and I'm really hyped for the Glyph Q&A tonight, and I'll get some video with some info out on that. Hopefully tonight, otherwise I'll get it out tomorrow. Take care, and I'll see you all then.